Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're the Movie Couple. I'm Dustin.
I'm Wendy.
And we're diving into episode 4 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. We are now just in Omashu, and I believe this is where they finally get to meet King Bumi. I'm really excited to see how they do King Bumi, if they're able to really just pull the essence of him from the animated show into live action, or how it's going to turn out. Because we got a glimpse of him in the in this last episode, but not really much to really judge how they've done with casting.
So I obviously had to look up who was playing King Bumi because there's a lot of costume, there's a lot of personality. Bumi is big personality, and there's a lot of makeup. So I was like, who's under all of that?
And a lot of big muscles.
It's just like there's something about him that felt familiar. So I looked him up, and I don't think Dustin knows. So I'm gonna show him right now.
Oh, really?
So the actor playing him is this guy.
What?
Budkar. I'm gonna butcher the last name. Budkar. And he's been. Did you ever see Never Have I Ever on Netflix?
No, actually, I don't think I have.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. He's in that, and then also The Dropout. He was also in Pitch Perfect.
Okay.
As well. So, but can you believe?
Oh my gosh! I know. I'm like. Wait, here, can you go back to the picture of Bumi's face, of the close-up at the very top? I can't see. Wow.
The teeth is different. There's a lot of crepe hair that they put. You know, the costuming, obviously, and the makeup. So I'm very excited to see his performance as King Bumi.
That's going to be interesting. But let's dive on into this episode. As always, we highly recommend that you first watch this episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix, as we will be having our commentary. And if you guys like our reactions, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos coming out on our channel. And now, let's dive into episode 4 of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
You mean yip yip?
Yeah! Oh, he's in the dungeon.
I like the glow.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a mistake. The fires weren't my fault.
Save your voice. Earth Kingdom soldiers aren't particularly tolerant circumstances.
You meet again.
And these.
General Iroh.
It's good to see you, young Avatar.
What do you think will happen to us?
Ominous.
Hopefully not that.
I don't know.
Were you working with the enemy?
It's complicated.
No, it's not. It's a simple question. Were you helping the firebenders?
Yes. Teo,
This kid is so disappointed.
I was trying to protect you. The only reason Omashu has been left alone is because of whatever small service I provided them.
Is that what you call giving weapons to the enemy?
Weapons? No. No. Just minor designs. Nothing of any value in war.
Oh, yeah, because wasn't it his design that made that huge drill for, for Ba Sing Se?
We do what we must to survive.
Exit prison.
Was the Earth Kingdom turned on to Jet? Yeah, the assassination attempt. Oh,
Nope, that was
Zuko.
Yep.
You got into that uniform pretty quickly.
It's a skill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, what was the name of this episode?
No, Into the Dark.
That's right.
I think the description said that they go on like underground.
Ooh, 100 years ago.
Oh, so he actually got to meet.
Hey, Bumi.
He actually got to go
How's
to the
training
Omashu.
going? I'm doing all right with my forms, but shaping is hard. What are you talking about? Looks exactly like a sky bison. It's supposed to be a badger mole. You sure?
There's nothing like earth-bending masonry. Gravity-defying tower. Impenetrable prison.
I like the parts of Omashu that aren't so depressing.
Cities are like people. They always have their dark sides.
Seems pretty dark on all the sides these days.
That's what a century of war will do.
And a war the Fire Nation could end.
If it were only that simple. My brother, the Fire Lord, sees things through only one lens. Victory or defeat. Nothing else matters.
But he
Not
knows
even
the
loved
price
ones lost
of
along the
war.
way.
That's why Zuko's so hot to catch me?
Zuko's victory lies not in winning the war, but in winning his life back.
You could show him this isn't the way. He'll listen to you.
Not right now.
That much.
Well, and also not in the past. He hardly ever listened
On
to
the
his uncle.
contrary, it is I who owe him.
Omashu's prison is deep in the heart of the mountain, surrounded by solid rock.
What about the tunnels?
Tunnels?
The secret tunnels, hidden under the mountain. It's said that the founders of the city used them to meet without anyone knowing.
There are tunnels, but they're unstable. Those who go in never come out. If you believe the tales, vengeful spirits guard the passages.
So, not just secret tunnels, secret.
But secret haunted.
Figure out a way to get them through the tunnels. There's nothing I can do about
I like that because in
Don't
the
worry about that. Just help
anime,
us
it's always
get
funny
inside.
to see when Sokka gets a little like, wait, what? What? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Your Highness, the prisoner you requested. He was caught fighting, destroying property, and he's an airbender.
Lotus root, pine bark, dried jasmine, scalding hot water, steep for 2 minutes. Tea?
Okay.
And you're wrong about him.
Okay.
We witnessed the bending.
Wrong! He is not just an airbender. He is the master of all 4 elements, the savior of the world. He is
The Avatar.
And he's very, very good at rock skipping. Ooh.
Boomy?
Hello, Aang.
Boomy!
Oh yeah, that's right. Because she always has that.
Pouch.
So she can always have some water
pouch,
with her.
yeah. I like that.
I just remember the time that
Oh.
it was like the swamp water that was in there. It's like, do you have any water?
Betrayed you? I stopped you from killing innocent people.
Spies, traitors, is that who you want to save?
Not everyone out there is the enemy.
Life may be simple in the South Pole, but here, you have to make hard decisions. That's what it means to fight a war.
You've forgotten what you're fighting for. You told me to remember my mother, and I did. I remembered she never wanted bitterness to fill my heart. That's how I know you've ended up on the wrong side. You're not fighting for anything you love, you're fighting because of hate.
I am nothing like the firebenders.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. The form coming out of the.
Oh, let's go.
All right.
Goodbye, Jet.
Look at the power you have. That's because of me.
That wasn't you.
Don't take credit for her thing.
That was me.
Katara!
Yay.
That was so good.
Frozen in an iceberg for
Cabbage.
100 years, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That must have been nice.
No, it was a nightmare.
Ah, come on. How bad could it have been, huh? The world is on fire. People are dying, and you got to sleep through it all.
Oh,
All
there's
the
the little
airbenders were wiped out.
animosity there.
And it might happen again, which is why I need to get to the Northern Water Tribe as soon as possible. This is important. Don't you care?
You dare tell me I should care? Have you been fighting the same fight for a century? Have you watched your whole world burn down around
Yeah, his
you?
whole life would be war.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something, Avatar. You may be 100 years old, but you haven't lived for 100 years. Especially not these 100 years.
That's true.
Can't make me believe you've lost hope.
After 100 years, you might.
Not you, Booby.
This can't be right.
This was the only opening in the mountain. Listen. Do you hear music?
Are they going to
Is this?
the love?
It's,
oh,
it's them. They put them
listen, this is the episode
Where
yeah, he slaps himself in the foot.
Sokka, why are you so red in the face? Or why is your face all red?
Why is your forehead all red?
Nobody react to what I'm about to tell you. I think that kid might be the Avatar.
Well, good. Grab that, would you?
Oh my god!
Shake it.
He looks so much like him. It's hilarious.
I want to see Sokka do this at least once. That'd be funny.
That was all kinds of right. If these guys are okay being here, the tunnels probably aren't that bad.
Tunnels? No, these aren't the tunnels.
Those are the tunnels.
Those are the tunnels.
We
Yeah,
never go down
that's-
there. It's too dangerous.
We don't have a choice. We have to find our friend.
Well, in that case, you should probably see this. It's a tale of two lovers. Oma
This
and
is such a
Shu met on
conve-
top of the
I love
mountain
how
that
they're
divided their
doing
two
that.
villages.
That's pretty.
The villages were enemies, so they couldn't be together. But their love was strong, so they found a way. They learned earthbending from the badger moles, becoming the first earthbenders. But one day, Oma didn't come. She'd been killed in an attack. Devastated, Shu wielded her earthbending power to bring the villages to their knees. She could have destroyed them all, but instead, she declared the war over. Both villages helped her build a new city where they would live together in peace. The great city was named Omashu as a monument to their love. Love is brightest in the dark. Remember that, especially if you're going to go into the dark void from which no living being ever returns.
Yeah,
luck with
man.
that.
There's no such thing as angry spirits.
There are many around these parts who'd be very interested to know that the famed Dragon of the West is in their midst. The Fire Nation general who laid siege to Ba Sing Se for 600 days. Someone might be tempted to take matters into their own hands.
Oh.
Well, you know, how many earthbenders do you think Iroh's responsible for? How many people he's killed?
Oh.
Oh, he's leaving a
Like a little
a
trail.
trail for Zuko. How sad would it be if Zuko went after Aang instead?
I know.
Oh, no. A word of advice, the direct path is not always the best path.
You mean I should take the route that doesn't?
Oh yeah, the growing crystals.
It means you should be careful where you step.
Hey, what is this?
Test. Nope. Guess it's really fast growing.
Whoa.
Boomy, what are you trying to prove?
Look how it shimmers in the air.
Maybe I'm trying to show you there are no easy journeys for the Avatar. Maybe I just wanted to play a game, like we did back in the old days.
Oh.
He
Left
went
it
after
right.
his uncle instead of the Avatar. It would have been way harder for him to go after the Avatar too, considering he's like in the king's presence.
You see that?
Oh,
Right, like-
all of the glowworms.
Oh,
Well,
pretty.
what do you know? Love is brightest in the dark. Get it? It was a clue.
These things are everywhere. On the walls, on the floor. They're pretty random.
It's a path.
It said love is brightest in the dark, not glowy rocks.
Poetic license, like the minstrel said. Love is the answer. Love is all you need. Love makes the world go round.
Now you're listening to the minstrels? Asaka, wait!
Katara, what is your problem?
My problem is you're not taking me seriously. I'm not a little girl anymore.
Yet you keep acting like one.
And you keep acting like you know everything when you couldn't even tell that a traitor was flat out lying to you.
Says the girl who fell for a terrorist.
That's not what happened.
You should have never talked to him.
You don't get to tell me who I can talk to.
And you don't get to just ignore me.
I can if you're being an idiot.
Dad put me in charge.
You're not Dad.
Guess we're not in Wolf Cove anymore, are we?
Not in Kansas anymore.
That's what I was thinking too.
I wonder
had a
if
feeling.
are all of them going to take like a turn. No, or it's the same guy.
Being
No, in Ba Sing Se, the city had to ration fresh water after the first year of the siege. Being in the military, we got special privileges. My brother, though.
I was
Yeah,
pretty
it's
sure
not
he had a
bad.
personal connection.
for the hatred that runs very deep.
We gather food and water from his platoon and give them to the children. He was on watch the night you torched the Eastern Wall. By the time we put the fires out, there was nothing left of him to bury. He was 19.
Oh, wow.
And Ba Sing Se still stands. Was it worth it? We were at war. I was a soldier. You were a butcher.
I like that in this show they're showing different angles of like everybody who suffered from the war.
Mm-hmm.
And like, ooh,
But I'm also glad that they're really showing, focusing on Iroh's past.
Yeah.
War pushes us to the edge. Some of us don't like what we find there.
Is that your pitiful way of saying you're sorry for what you did?
I wasn't talking about me.
Sir, you have no humanity. You know nothing of loss.
I hope they keep on showing more of Iroh's past.
Mm-hmm.
And just like his own arc.
Oh, we get a little bit of a
He
flashback.
abandoned the siege?
Yes, after his son was killed.
So his son dies a hero and he'll be forever known as a coward.
I think he actually gets criticized for coming to like his son's funeral.
Knowing that Liu Ten will forever be hailed as a champion of the Fire Nation.
Thank you, Ozai.
His sacrifice will be enshrined in legend.
Is that Zuko?
Uncle, what a great honor for you and for Liu Ten to die in the service of the Fire Nation. When my studies weren't going well and father was unhappy, Liu Ten gave me this. He'd won it for finishing first in his officer class. He said it should belong to someone destined to do great things. He gave me strength.
That's a nice gesture.
That's the gesture that he was talking about. How much he owes Zuko for more than he even knows.
Gave him back like a little
Liu
piece
Ten
of
never
something.
needed it because he was the strongest person I knew.
Oh.
And I remember that in a lot of Zuko's flashbacks in the series. It showed how sweet and kind-hearted he really was. Got it from his mom.
Yeah. Oh, Iroh.
Sokka, what I said about you and Dad.
Forget it.
You led the tribe and protected us with nobody to help you. Dad never had to bear that kind of burden alone. You had it harder than him.
I'm loving all these moments.
Mm-hmm. This is the episode, I think, where their acting is getting bumped up a notch.
Oh, that's not right.
Crystals were just crystals.
Oh, is that a wall? Is it?
Yeah, just a dead end.
We were here before, but this wall wasn't.
How is that possible?
It's changing.
Not.
The
Tunnels are changing.
Lies a fearsome challenge. A true test of whether or not you are prepared to be the Avatar.
All these challenges, games, tests, none that make any sense.
Nothing has made sense in 100 years.
This isn't who you are. I believe that kid is still in there.
It's all about games with you, isn't it, Avatar? Who cares about responsibility? Who cares about, saving the
Yep.
world? No, more fun to...
It ain't where it hurts.
Am I right? Let's play one final game.
Oh.
As promised, one final game to play, Avatar. The simplest one of all. You versus me.
He's gonna be. He's like.
Old face, young body.
Any chance I imagine that?
The angry spirits.
Wonder if it's like just a badger mole or I can't remember.
I think it was like one or two, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, heard it.
Whoa.
Oh, he looks pissed.
Badger mole.
Whoa.
That's a pretty good entrance.
I love his like fire kick.
He uses it a lot.
In the show too. Yeah. Signature move. Uh-oh, 2 firebenders.
Oh, that's cool how he lit his chains on fire.
He's not gonna do
We've
it.
all seen enough death.
Oh!
That's what you get for showing an earthbender compassion.
Oh, it's sticking out of him. Ha!
We need to go. They'll send more soldiers soon. We have to leave now.
How far away are they from their ship? Feels like they've gone pretty far because they were
Yeah.
transporting him to the pit. Water whip.
Dead end.
Guitar, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Oh, it's...
That's what they had to do.
What's going on? Are we dead?
That's a good Sokka line.
Love is brightest in the dark.
They had to reconcile their feelings.
It wasn't about the crystal. It's blind. They don't navigate by sight, but by feeling.
So they respond to love? How do you think they do with verbal commands? Excuse me, Mr. Badgermole? We'd really appreciate if you could show us the way to the palace.
Sokka uses speak with animal.
He rolls a natural 20.
Please, Boomy, you don't have to do this.
Oh, but I do. Some of us have to fight even when we don't want to. That's what it means to be in a war. You'd have known about that if you'd been around. You left us. You were the Avatar, and you left us.
But when him and Boomy knew each other, he hadn't found out yet.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
Technically, when he found out in this show,
Even your
he found out and then left, and then the temple got attacked.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, how he did find out that Aang was the Avatar.
It'd be kind of messed up if like everybody around the nations knew it was Aang except for him. Like
Yeah.
they really hid it from him.
Or maybe some of the Airbenders did mention it because they were looking for him. But they were all wiped out in like just a matter of days, probably.
Well, as fun as this has been, it's time for the games to end.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh. Wait, could you just...
Boomy, I can't hold both of them. Help me.
Let it fall.
Boomy, this isn't a game.
Yes, it is. One that requires you to make
Oh my
impossible
God.
choices. Do I save this town or that? Who gets the last of the food scraps, the orphanage or the soldiers? You have to
The
make
choices
choices
he had to make.
like that, day after day, year after year, and that's just to save this one city.
You have to make the
Let it
really
fall,
hard
Aang.
choices.
And learn what it means to be the Avatar.
No!
Then the world is doomed.
Sokka, get the king. Hey, now!
Are you okay?
His friends came at just the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, kid, you sure know how to bring the house down.
You cheated! You didn't do it on your own, so you didn't learn anything at all.
You were wrong. You can rely on your friends. That's the only way I'm gonna save the world.
Team Avatar.
With my friends.
You think like a child.
Remember this?
Oh, he still has it.
I use it to call a friend. That's what I'm gonna do now. You're right.
It's
Oh,
the
it's
yeah,
the-
it's the rock that he
I wasn't here
had
for the world,
molded. He had it the whole
but
time.
I'm here now.
We've called up the reinforcements.
You doubled the guards on the walls?
Yes, Your Highness.
Good. Tell them I'll be there soon.
Wait, what's going on?
Fire Nation forces are on the move. They'll be here by dawn. But we will be ready. Fortunately, a source tipped us off.
Sai?
The Mechanist alerted the generals to a network of spies in the city. Helped us round them up. Now, all of you, get out of here. The Avatar has places he has to be. We can take care of ourselves. Oh, but I do have one more challenge for you.
Oh, this is after.
Right after his dad
Banished
did that
him,
to him,
yeah.
Ah, good. It's not too late.
You want to come with me?
I've come fully prepared. All the tea I need.
I don't need a babysitter.
How about a friend?
Their relationship.
My father made it very clear that I'm not to return until I find the Avatar. It could be a very long time before we return home.
Home.
He's kind of like, yeah, I don't. It's not here for me either.
Everything I
Kid.
need is on this boat.
There goes the Avatar.
But he needs to get
What is it, Zuko?
Iroh back to the boats.
Nothing. Let's get you home.
Really liking the arcs that they're putting in here.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed how many emotional moments, character arcs, developments, backstory that was in that. I think it's important for this show to have it because these characters that we've like come to love had this throughout all the seasons of the cartoon. So I like that how, so especially these last two episodes. I mean, this episode 4 specifically, but they've been, getting into it more and more and more and evolving these characters, and it's kind of quick because now we're episode 4. But again, this is an 8-episode series, so it's like, we can't take our time and let's wait development until it's too late. Like, you need to develop it now. So I think the timing for this really, really works. I thought at the addition of I don't know what they're called, the singers in the cave is so funny.
Taking them out of one context and putting them into another, they actually
so
fit
funny.
pretty well into this to be able to tell the story of the lovers. I just thought, I still wanted them to kind of do that journey together with them, where Sokka is just being driven slowly insane.
Sokka, why is your face all red? Oh, I love that. No, it was a nice addition to to fans of the original, and I like that they kind of use them as an exposition tool as well to tell the story of the lovers' cave or tunnel. What did you think of King Boomy?
I thought King Boomy was good. In the animated show, he was a lot more ripped.
Yeah, he was like...
And I thought they were going to do something to make it, because when he reveals it in the animation, it's so over the top, muscular, almost like a bodybuilder. And I was kind of hoping that they would go in that same direction. Even if they put fake muscles on the actor, instead of a fat suit, just do that huge kind of over the top muscle suit. Just because that hits so well in the animated series. I thought this was still good.
Yeah.
I'm still missing some of these scenes are reminiscent. They kind of like when they do the bending fights. Mm-hmm. They have some moves that were really big in the animation, but you just get those 1 or 2 moments. And that's the whole fight. Whereas in the animation, you were able to do these long, flowing fights that just grew, and instead of just having one hit. Even though I love the way that they're still using bending, I want them to use it a little bit more, I guess, more frequently, and more of a martial arts fight, and have it flow a little bit more. But I would love to see just what some of the final fight might end up being, because it's always usually the best out of all of them. And
I also, the more, because, we're seeing Earthbenders a lot these last 2 episodes. All this earthbending, getting to see it, just gets me to think, I really want us to get a season 2, because then we can see Toph, aka the Melon Lord, so we can see her do her bending and the first match with the boulder.
The boulder. They better have the boulder. Because he's just so
I
iconic.
wonder who would play the boulder. Who could they get to play the boulder? I have to. Well,
we would have to look that.
Yeah, but if you guys have suggestions for who, like a fan casting you would do, like a fantasy or fan casting of someone you would like to see as the boulder, let us know in the comments. But this show is really moving along nicely. I think there's still a little bit of pacing issues for me, but not as like noticeable as it was the first 2 episodes. I think the actors are connecting in their scenes. I'm liking an emotional stuff. Production design still 10/10. Costumes 10/10. Really happy with it. Love the way Omashu looks. Love the Cabbage Man button on the end. So yeah.
And I loved all the stuff with Iroh. I loved how they really build up his character a little bit more in this one. And we get this part of his character, which is so important to his relationship with him and Zuko. And seeing that developed well in this episode.
Yeah, because they have to get there. Like that was one of my favorite things about the show was seeing the Iroh Zuko relationship.
That was one of the I loved their relationship.
Yeah. So you guys, let us know your thoughts on episode 4 in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. If you like videos like this one, we're going to be doing this for the other episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender. So hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos from us, and we will see you soon.